Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy Podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Voscaro's Gang as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Voscaro's Game has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Voscaro's Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Voscaro's Gang as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Dominion Custom Clothing. Cowboy fans, if you need your custom suits, your custom sportswear, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company for you. Dominion Custom Clothing also offers a free mobile service to your home, to your business for suit fittings and fabric showing. Dominion Custom Clothing has been a clothier in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for the last 20 years. So if you need that suit for the night out on the town or the tuxedo for the prom or special occasions, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company you have been looking for. And as always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, Cholo Town, El Paso, it's our man, 21, Armando, 21. And from the hill country of Texas, Austin, it's our man, Retrofit Sports, Hook 'em, it's Rue. And from Tucson, Arizona, the player personnel director of the Cowboy Up podcast is Kuiper AZ. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey man, y'all gotta excuse the big fella, man. I am discombobulated today, man. When I say I am running late, I'm running late. Normally I'm always prepared, always ready to rock and roll. And the big fella was running late today. Thank you, Seattle traffic. Thank you, Seattle traffic, for me running late. But hey, man, we here now. We here. Man, let me introduce the crew to you. To my right, to my left, to my left, to my right. Homeboy from the hill country of Texas. How come it's my man Rue? What's up, baby?
Man, I'm good. I'm ready. I'm excited, man. It's Eagles week. Let's go.
It is Eagles week. Hey, man. And from the great state of Arizona, Tucson, Arizona, the player personnel director of the Cowboy podcast is Kuiper. Hey, Z, what's up, Kuiper?
Man, what's up, guys? It's that hate week. Finally get the rematch.
I feel you. Hey, and formerly from Texas, but he's up in the Midwest, regulating and wrecking shop is my man, Mike Cowboy Corner. What's up, Corner?
What's going on, you guys? It's officially hate week. Man, I just got done watching Sound of the Sidelines, and I have to admit, I watched it 3 times in a row, waiting on Big Fella to get home from work, but that's okay.
3 times in a row,
huh? 3 times in a row. It gets me hype every time.
Oh, okay. All right.
They know how to edit. They know how to
that's the one good thing about those hype videos, man. They edit it just right for you, don't they?
Yeah.
That's right. Well, look, man, I know we're getting started later than we normally do, so we'll try to blow through them as fast as we can. All right. The Cowboys hit 7s all the way up in Las Vegas. Jackpot. They got in the end zone. They got off the field on 3rd down. Everything we was talking about in the pregame show, the Cowboy fans actually did. I mean, the Cowboys actually did. Sorry, my grandson wanted to sit in. He needed to put his headphones on. Come on. All right. So they actually did, and we were excited about that. We got to see Quentin Williams on the field, looking good in that blue and white, wearing number 92 instead of 95. And just his presence. All of a sudden, Kenny Clark looked like a defensive tackle. All of a sudden, Osi Adigizua looked like he is deserving his money because of one person. And I'm gonna start with Corner first. Corner, what did you think about Quentin's debut as a Dallas Cowboy?
Yeah, first I want to say this. It was against the Raiders. I want to see a consistent performance all the way around for the rest of the year. But his Cowboy debut was spectacular. It really was. He was coaching up Ezraku along the way. He was dealing with his guys along the way. It's something that we haven't seen in a long time. And, the interior line is probably the best since Jay Hatcher and Jay Ratliff. I really think like these guys are better than that. And you look at the 5-man front with Quentin Williams, it's going to be tough to stop. I like what I saw. I don't want to jump the gun and get overly excited and have my hopes let down because it's the Cowboys we're talking about. But I like what I saw from his opening debut wearing a star on his helmet. It was beautiful.
All right, Kuiper, man, you my player personnel director. We got a beast right now in the middle. What did you think about his debut?
He was consistently drawing double teams, but I think as much as it had to do with him being Quentin Williams, I think the switch to the 5 front had a lot more to do with how everybody was able to contribute and play right. We've always said, says 3-tech DT, Quentin Williams. I mean, Quentin Williams is a great player anywhere he plays, but Kenny Clark got a lot of single one-on-ones just because of that 5 front. And Quentin always constantly was drawing the running back. The running back kept going straight to Williams to help out on him. And the edge rushers you saw, Clowney was doing way better because of the interior pressure. They got James Houston got to the QB because the QB had nowhere to step up. So I think ultimately, man, keep that scheme. Don't change that for shit and let Quentin Williams wreak havoc.
All right. Rue. Say, man, I know you was just excited as me to see if this make a difference. Me and Rue talked a couple times since the game. And we've had our show on the telephone already. Rue,
yeah.
How did you feel about Quentin, brother?
Quentin changed his life for us on this defense. He changed his life for us on this defense. We had a Houston sighting this week. Ezraku got a safety. Yes. I mean, we probably got more sacks in this game than we've gotten all season. it was, and I know I'm exaggerating when I say that, but at the end of the day, that's kind of what it felt like. This kind of interior pressure and the fact that the Raiders just abandoned the run entirely. I mean, they ran Ashton Genty 7 times. They got 6 yards.
Wow.
That's great. That's the worst running back stat in probably the 4 years, or probably 4 years for the Cowboys. That's got to be the worst one, because everybody's run through us like tissue paper for a long time. And again, I'm with Corner in the sense of, I get that it was just the Raiders, but this is how I wanted you to look against the Raiders. Had this been a close game, I wouldn't be as happy as I am right now, because it wasn't even just Quinnen. Obviously, it was Quinnen's debut. Quinnen wreaked havoc in the middle, and he really shined in a lot of places. But this defense getting whole, maybe we finally have that average defense we've been begging for.
Yeah, and I agree with Corner too, man, because we thought they had turned the corner against the Jets, and it was just the Jets. You know what I mean? Because they got a few sacks against the Jets, and we were like, all right, man, we finally getting a little pressure. We're getting off the field on 3rd down, and I know the pregame show, man. That was we always give our bold prediction. My bold prediction, I said keeping the Raiders under 21 points. I hit my bold. I hit my bold prediction because you never know which Cowboy defense is going to show up on Sunday. You never know. Okay, so I guess with Quentin and Clark and Diggy Zua, looking like our pressure is coming from the inside now. It was one stunt play that Quentin had, man, where they did the cross on the outside, and when they cross, you know how to guard and tackle. They passed one on, but when he passed him, the tackle didn't have him all the way, and he swimmed him and got his first sack. And I was just like, man, Mozzie could have never done that. I was like, Jesus. And I'm not trying to dogpile, people that we don't have anymore, but you can tell the difference between that monster that we got right now than anybody else, man. So I was really excited about what Quentin did. So let's let's talk about.
Hey, do you hear the intro? Do you hear the intro playing in the background?
Oh yeah, it's underneath.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll make sure it's. Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. Hold on. There we go. Let me hit that. Sorry. Is that better? Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So so let's talk about the party we weren't invited to. Our wide receivers probably went out and they partied. They had a good time, and looked like they missed a curfew. The Cowboys aren't actually saying they missed the curfew. We're adults. We know what happens in Vegas.
The boys had themselves a night.
Well, yeah, we know what happens in Vegas, bro. They went and they got out there and they was having a little good time. I don't know this for sure, but I'm assuming that they were benched for that first series because they probably missed curfew. Go ahead, Corner.
No, you hit it right on the head. They were benched because they missed curfew. That's 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, is there any truth to the fact that I heard
There's
something
no throwing up.
I don't know about that. I just heard that they were out until like 7:30 in the morning. They just kind of strolled back in.
Damn.
At 7:30 in the morning.
They ate at a steakhouse and they missed curfew. That's what happened.
Hey, I want them, if they're gonna play like that, miss curfew every week.
Mean,
you stroll in at 7:00 in the morning, and then you play like that night. Hey man, I don't have no issues, man. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Ooh, no issues.
Issues. Michael Irvin and the '90s crew did worse. Come on, bro.
Here's the difference, though. Here's the difference.
Okay.
You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
George Pickens gets a pass from me because he played.
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb dropped a wide open pass to go to the end zone to get it 40 to whatever it was.
It should have
There's the
been 40.
difference. There's the difference. It did affect CD Lamb because he dropped a pass. And he hasn't dropped passes like this since week 1. So you get benched, you miss a series or two, you go in there, you have a touchdown, Pickens looks better than you, and then you drop that pass. There's a bigger issue with CD Lamb than there is George Pickens for me.
Really? I thought. See, that one at the end of the game, I gave him a pass. I think the reason why I think it was rushed. The pass was rushed. It was off to me. I think it hit him in the hands. But you got to remember how it does. Now, Mike, you got to give the whole picture, Mike. You only gave
it was wide open.
He was, but you don't think that pass was rushed at all?
No.
Okay.
It's a pitch and catch play for anybody.
Okay. Any rebut?
Honestly, my big thing is I don't want it for either one of them. I get it. You gonna go to play? I mean, it's just like James Harden. Anytime he's playing at home in Houston, man, everybody take the under on his ass because they know he at the strip club all night. That's at the end of the day, that kind of shit ain't sustainable. It never is. It doesn't matter what you're doing. That stuff is never sustainable. Now, if they were just at a steakhouse or whatever, cool. But come on, man, I'm not naive. These dudes are young. They got money. They're out in Vegas. They had a good time, and I'm not mad at that. But at the end of the day, I don't want to end up like Odell on the boat. I don't want to end up like Romo in Cabo. That's not what I want to be like come January. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I get it. You had fun, but I'm glad that they were held accountable by their coach because that's out of character for this team. Truthfully, Mike McCarthy's not sitting him down for the series. He's not. You don't have to do that. Sorry. This is kind of like a breath of fresh air for me, where it's like I know it really don't mean shit, but it's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna sit your ass for a series. Like you need to sit down because this is not acceptable, and we're trying to be a champ. You can't tell me on one hand I'm trying to be a championship team, but show up at 7:30 in the morning on game day, going out all night. Which again, I'm not there. I don't know what happened, but I'm just glad they both had a good they both had a good game. Obviously, George popped, but it's just one of those situations where I'm glad they were held accountable, and the coach is taking a stand like, hey, we're trying to win a championship. Or at least they're trying to keep that mentality in the room. Whether that happens or not, or even if that's even a reality, it remains to be seen.
Man, welcome to sole proprietor of the CFO Sports. It's our man. Hey, he say Jay Tuck now, but his professional name is Jordan Tucker. Hi, Jordan. How are you?
What's going on, everybody, man? Yeah, what's going on here? Hope everyone's good, man, on this Thursday night. Boring. I'm trying to watch this Bills game, but it's like it kills me what Josh Allen is able to get away with versus other quarterbacks. But I digress. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. So man, we were briefly talking about our wide receivers having a good time, and I told you even when you did your live today, I said, man, they can party every night. I don't give a damn.
Right.
Performance like that. Tuck, what did you think about that, man? The good, bad, or are you indifferent on it?
Like I say, I got insight of what happened before the news even broke, so I kind of knew it was going to happen. But I think, like you were saying, bro, I'm excited that Shotty actually held them accountable. There wasn't no favoritism because, sometimes in some cases, I saw the fans doing it. They're like, oh, well, why would you do that to Diggs and GP? But I was like, I'm not Diggs, but CD and GP. But like, if that was like Trayvon or somebody else, would you have really cared? So, they went out there, they broke curfew. It's Vegas. I understand it. They probably wasn't the only ones, but they just end up getting caught. So I don't think it's a big deal. I think a lot of people are making a bigger deal than actually what it really was. There was no arrest. There's nothing like that. But I think that's good for Shotty actually setting that in his culture that, hey, man, you break the rules. There's going to be some consequences. It was a light slap on the wrist. The players responded. The Cowboys won. And let's move on and get ready for Philly. That's my take on it, man.
Yeah, man, because I was thinking the same thing. I said one series of the game didn't matter, not one bit. I mean, because didn't they go throughout the next series when they were in?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
so, go ahead,
against a real team, it could have. Because that first series started out pretty damn bad.
Right. Yeah.
It could have been ugly if it was a real team.
Mhm.
You pop off and score on you. I mean, shoot, if you really, honestly, if we're being real, 3 weeks ago, that fumble on the 10 that gives him the ball on the 15, that's a touchdown in 2 plays 3 weeks
Mhm.
ago. That
Facts.
it's just it is nice to see, but every drive matters for this team, especially with the way our defense is played.
Mhm.
So going into this game, I don't know if that's the way it is going to be going forward. It looks like we might have some semblance of a defense going forward, but obviously we're hoping it all holds together.
Well, I got a question though for you, Root. Do you think that it's a difference because all the people we got back on defense? You got to think about it, man. We got Quentin on there. We got our rookie corner. God, why is his name slipping my mind? I've been talking about this
Siobhan
kid.
Revel.
Siobhan was out there. Overshown was out there. It just seemed like the defense had a little hop to him against the Raiders, man. Where before in other games, I didn't see that hop to him, that sense of urgency. I think the Cowboys was and of course because of Marshawn, I think they were on one on Monday night. What you think, Rudy?
I mean, obviously Marshawn Nealon, I'm sure, was a motivational factor for them. But when you get 6 players in addition on defense, I mean, from Malik Hooker to DeMarvion Overshown, obviously you have Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson adding in there, and then you got Siobhan Revel. And with Siobhan, he's a rookie, so it's like that's his first game. Looked pretty damn good to me. Stuck like glue, just like he did in college. Let's just see if it carries over against guys like AJ Brown and Devonta Smith, because we've seen Devonta Smith torch us in the past. But it looked like a real defense. But more than half your defense essentially came back or came in an added addition. We had them come in through the bye. They got they got to get in. They got to get into the system in at least 1 week, and everybody that you brought in is a damn professional. Quinnen's been in this league for a hot minute. Logan Wilson's not some young buck. So it was, with everything coming together, it looks nice. I'm trying to keep a realistic head, because at the end of the day, it's Geno Smith with guys like Trey Tucker and Deontay Thornton and Ashton Genty. It's like, and it's crazy to say Ashton like that, because you would think they would have ran the ball.
Yeah.
They didn't even try to run the damn ball. They didn't even try. And you had opportunity. So I'm trying to hold back on what it is, but this week you get that test, because and obviously Eagles defense or Eagles offense has not been great. Let's just be real. They haven't been great, but coming in, everybody's been good against this defense. So if they're able to shut them down again, like other top teams have, this offense can definitely compete and roll with their defense. I mean, it's best on best when you're looking at what we've got coming at us, because the best side of their ball is definitely the defense. Best side of our ball is on the offense.
Well, Tuck, I know you're wondering why we got a Cardinal on our show.
They dominated us, man. What's going on?
Let me explain it to you. I gave him the name Kuiper AZ because he is the son of one of our other co-hosts, Mikey. Right. Okay. So we were doing a draft show like you do your draft. You're the draft guru. We watch all your draft content. Appreciate it. He was on our draft show and he called 18 picks in a row.
Wizard
so he's a draft guy like you. He loves playing. So I've named him my player personnel director of the Cowboy podcast. Man. I appreciate him giving us his offensive line coach, and I really do. I know he missed him. You can see his face, and we gave him a game the other day, to satisfy him. Hey, the Cardinals beat him, so but now it's back to reality. but Kuiper, man, what did you think about what Ruth said, brother?
Man, honestly, it's just at the same. This Eagles team, the offense has been really shitty the past few weeks, but the defense has been lights out. against some of the top offenses in the entire NFL. Better offenses to me that are more well-rounded than the Dallas Cowboys. You talk about the Lions, they put up 9 points on the Eagles. So I'm not worried too much about this Eagles offense. I'm worried about the Dallas Cowboys offense and how many points are they going to be able to put up. Because even week 1, it was 20 points? And that offense was more, it was more your offense struggling against yourself than anything else. But now this defense has really picked up, and I'm just wondering how much we're gonna see, how many mistakes we're gonna see from the Dallas Cowboys offense. Because if you put up a flawless performance and you don't beat yourselves, I can see you guys winning for sure. But if you're gonna make the same mistakes you did week 1, this defense is gonna take advantage.
Yeah,
more than anything else.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put a button on this Raider game, and we really gonna dive into the Eagles. And so corner. So what was your general outtake for this, man? Were you satisfied with what you saw on Monday night, or are you looking for something that what did anything concern you that you think we need to address?
Yeah, definitely not satisfied. I think the way they often started 2-3 and outs, coming off a bye week, a lot of good teams have 12 to 15 script plays where they go down there and they go score touchdowns. We were going 3 and out, typical Cowboy offense, right? Defense over the top on our safeties. I mean, Hooker played a little better, but there were still, some no-name guys getting open. Lockett running down the field like he was a crazy man. We should have did a better performance on both sides of the ball. We didn't let a bad team beat us. Like, no offense, he's Kuiper. We should have beat the Cardinals. We let we were a bad team then. I think we're still a bad team now, but bad teams let bad teams beat them. And Cowboys started off slow. You're like, And so when the Raiders deferred, that was our chance to go punch him in the mouth and go score, and we didn't. Now, I get it. Pickens and Lamb were benched, but as the head coach / offensive coordinator, you're supposed to have those script plays to make this look good and go get a touchdown. And then real quick, elephant in the room. Me and Jay Tuck had some beef about 4 years ago. I hope that we can squash that, Jay Tuck.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember what it was about, man.
It was about CeeDee Lamb on Twitter and this, that, and the third against the Raiders 4 years ago. But I am blocked on your Twitter. If you want to unblock me, that'd be cool too.
All right,
But I do like what you said about Marshawn. And us teaming up against Ernie on Twitter, that was fantastic stuff. And I do applaud what you did said. And I try to tell you that on the TikTok, but you're a busy man. You don't got time for Cowboys Corner Day on TikTok. But I do appreciate how we were able to band together and cancel Ernie. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
So Tuck, I want to ask you the same question to Mike, man. Were you satisfied with what you saw in Vegas, or is there still some concerns about this team that is driving you absolutely batty right now?
I feel like when you have to look at this team in totality, man, you got to take it one day at a time. And sometimes when you're in a slump coming off a 2-game loss, you just need a free throw, man. You need a layup, whatever, right? You don't care what it looks like. You just need to see the ball go into the hoop. And I feel like that's what we saw versus the Raiders. Now, do I think that that's the end all be all? No, there's still a lot of work to do. But to see this defense take a step in the right direction, to actually see that trench play that I talked about earlier, to be able to get pressure in the interior and have a defensive line that is something we haven't had in Dallas for quite some time. To see our actual corners go out there and be able to cover in space and do those types of things, and safeties and Malik Hooker, linebackers that can flow in traffic. So it's like you got to be excited about what we saw, but of course you have to stack on top of that. It can't just be a one-time thing. Let's not get to Philly on Sunday and we're playing this 7 yards off zone, giving all this cushion, and we kind of go back to what we were. There's still a lot of work to do, but you got to be excited. You should deserve to be excited as a Cowboy fan to see, will it really pay dividends this year? Probably not, just to be honest with you guys, but the future looks bright in Dallas. And now you can go into the draft, go into the offseason, and really build around that, because I'll tell you right now, I'm a draft guy. There ain't no Quentin Williams in this year's draft. You're not going to just get that in this year's draft. So to be able to have that as the foundation of your defense, now you can sprinkle maybe a linebacker, sprinkle maybe a corner or a safety around it. It makes things so much easier from that standpoint.
Yeah. All right. So I think the Cowboys did what they were supposed to do. I think they were a bad team. They were struggling. Last time we saw Geno when he was with Seattle, he put it on us, and we barely won that game. I think that was the Jimmy Johnson induction game, and we had to squeak one out because Geno.
That was before. Jimmy Johnson was Detroit.
Yeah, that was the Lions New Year's Eve game. I was there.
Yeah, that was Detroit.
That was the Monday night game.
Yeah, that was the Deron Bland getting smoked.
We had the Monday night crew when Jimmy got inducted, so maybe that's what the confusion is.
That's what I was thinking. But hey, I was concerned before the game. I was like, man, we make superstars out of bum ass quarterbacks, and I was really concerned, right? But we came out and we did what we supposed to. Yeah, Corner, you had something to say real quick before we move on to Philly?
No, Uncensored said Cowboys in his right spot, head of the table, and I said acknowledge me.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. You're acknowledged. All right. So now we can talk about what I always call them, those punk ass, those trick ass, those hoe ass, bitch ass Eagles. Let's talk about them right now. Okay. Look, it is hate week for us, and I still say this, other people may disagree. I still say the Eagles are not the Cowboys' rival. It's always going to be the Redskins or Commanders, then the Giants, and then the Eagles. Anyway,
Niners.
Or the Niners.
Right.
But the team we hate the most,
Steelers,
is the Eagles. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
is it the team or is it the fan base?
I think it's
the
both.
Fans.
It's both.
And he a Cardinal fan, he know.
But it ain't
terrible.
Cowboy fans. It's the Eagle fans that want it to be the rivalry so bad that it ain't.
Right.
We're Big Brother here.
Yeah. I don't think I really hate like Eagles players per se. It's just their fans I can't stand. And just like you were saying, like it's like they kind of like want you to fight. Like you ever been like, I don't want to fight you, bro. Like, yeah, you want like, bro, I don't want, and they kind of force it, and then you end up wanting to slap them. It's just like it's just one of those things. It's this weird obsession that they have with this. I really just don't understand, man. Like even just yesterday, like I said, hey, Cowboys Nation, and it's like a bunch of Eagles fans. Like I didn't even say Eagles anything, but it's just like they pay so much attention to us. It's like creepy. Like I don't know. They're probably watching right now. Like I don't know. Well, I say this all the time. Okay, if it wasn't for haters, the Cowboys wouldn't be as popular. And the number one Cowboy haters are the Eagles, right?
Yeah. They
won a Super Bowl, and in their parade, they talked about the Cowboys.
Right.
And I was like, I'm not thinking about nobody else but my team winning a Super Bowl. And you bring up the Cowboys. And I was like, I love it. I love it. Yep. I love it. And I don't care. I hate their fans. I hate their team. I hate the colors, that ugly ass jerseys. I can't stand their helmets. I hate them, period.
I like those helmets.
That's just me.
I'm with you, big fella. They worship Rocky, who's a made-up character. How the hell do you do that? That's what that town of brotherly love. Oh, that's all they got. That's all they got.
So let's get it.
It's brotherly shove out there. You already know it ain't no brotherly love out there.
So why I got Tuck for just a few minutes? Tuck, let's give me your analysis, man. What's been going on with the Eagles, man, because their offense and their wide receivers have been crying for mercy, and Saquon has not been Saquon. Basically, from this point to last year, he's half the running back he was. What do you think, man, that we actually need to be looking out for against these Eagles?
I think when you look at this Eagles offense from the film I've been watching thus far, it's like one is very predictable. But two, I think the problem with them, they don't have an offensive mind in house anymore. As much as we didn't like Kellen Moore as a person, or the leader of men, the one thing he has been molded to do is be a play designer. Wasn't the best play caller, but a play designer. Like he understands the game of football. So, Nick Sirianni being an offensive guy, I think he had the play calling in 2021, but he gave it up to Shane Steichen, who's doing phenomenal out there in Indianapolis. And then you have Kevin Patullo, who's kind of an interim guy. Like, so who was your offensive mind? Like, who was that guy that can be that visionary to get all this talent that you have open? And I just don't think that they have that guy. And I think that's why they're struggling. It's very predictable. The spacing is bad. A lot of the route concepts is kind of clunky. It's just a bad brand of football. And also they really just don't have the quarterback that can overcome that, because as much as we like to have the Hurts versus Dak thing, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, my quarterback is coordinator proof. Meaning if I'm calling a horrible play, I know I can send my horrible play to that helmet to Dak Prescott, and he's going to check out of it, chop it out, run the slide protects, set the audibles, and completely design and orchestrate a completely different play out there on the field pre-snap and also post-snap. I just don't think that Jalen Hurts has those traits, which is okay because not a lot of quarterbacks do. So I think that's the biggest problem. Also continuity amongst the team. You're seeing AJ Brown starting to be a little vocal, so they have their issues, but don't get it mistaken that they don't have the talent to flip the switch. I feel like one thing that they do have is just the Jimmys and Joes over in X's and O's. And even though he hasn't played well, Saquon Barkley is still Saquon Barkley, right? So you can still get those big plays. Also the same thing with AJ Brown and Smitty, even though they really haven't been in sync when it comes to Jalen Hurts, that one big play that can change the course of a game. So for me personally, I think the main key to winning this matchup is the turnover margin. Make Jalen Hurts actually put the ball in harm's way. Don't let him kind of be a system quarterback. Keep him inside the pocket. Make him be an actual quarterback. Create some of those tight windows with Revel and Deron Bland and get the opportunity, interior pressure. And I feel like Dallas Cowboys can go out there defensively and disrupt their offense. And then offensively, we have to protect the ball, but also we have to actually put up points this time. And I think that we can definitely do that. I think Dak, CD, and Pickens are in the rhythm. Do not abandon the run game without their Javonte Williams. And I guess Malik Davis is our RB2. So go out there and play Dallas Cowboys brand of football. We have nothing to be fearful of. We have nothing to lose. Go out there and play fast, free, and like I said earlier, violent. And let's go get this win on Sunday.
Yeah, Kuiper, I want your opinion because you're on the outside looking in, man. What do you think about this Eagle team that the Cowboys need to be looking, or can we exploit some of their deficiencies this season?
Well, right off the bat, it comes to the Eagles' offensive line because they're not the superior offensive line in the NFL anymore. Lane Johnson is going to be out this game. That's an immediate spot where the Dallas Cowboys can just overwhelm their backup right tackle, and their right guard has always been the weak spot in that offensive line. So that immediately comes to mind. Defensively, that secondary is still very young, and I think if you're gonna attack one place, it's gonna be spacing out the middle of the defense. Quinyon Mitchell still a very good corner, and last time that he played George Pickens didn't have a good game against him. So I would really look for CeeDee Lamb and Ferguson to have a good game. But yeah, just make them have to respect the run, because anytime you can do that against a really good defense, they start losing their specific blitzes that they can call when it's obvious pass down. They start losing all these creative things that they can do against the Dallas Cowboys. Just make them respect the run. Get the ball to your playmakers.
Man, hey, Tuck, you gotta excuse my southernness, but man, look who snuck through the back door. It's the point, man. What's up, Chop from the ATL, man? Hey, Tuck, he's in the ATL, but he a funky town boy. He's from the funk. Chop, already. What's going on, man? Chop, you jumped in at a good time, man. We talking about this hated punk ass trick ass hoe ass Eagles. So we want to know, man, what is your method that we need to go at and start attacking these Eagles on Sunday?
Well, exactly what Tuck said and what Kuiper just said. Be honest with you, we just need to pick up where we left off from game one. This time, we just got to be more egregious with it. We have to be more deliberate about what we do. We can't take plays off. We have to match that energy. Matter of fact, we can't wait on them to see what they're going to do. We got to enforce this thing when we get into this game because honestly, I think this is a matchup situation that we have right now. And it depends on the 11 men on both sides of the ball. If the Eagles have to commit any doubles to anything the Cowboys have, we're gonna have a good day. And that goes well with the Cowboys. If we have to commit double to anything they have, they may have a good day. I think this is a great time to play the Eagles right about now, even with the addition of the DN from Miami. Man, I can't get his name, but Phillips, even with the addition of Phillips, I mean they playing well. They're looking good right now, but they wasn't looking good against an offense like the Dallas Cowboys have. So I'm looking forward to it. We can play mistake free football and run the ball. We can get this.
I see my man Dalton is in the chat. Dalton, I can send you a link if you want to jump in on this massacre. You know, it's up to you, Dalton, if you want to get in here. I will send you a link. Dalton from the 302 Birds, man, that's my man though. He's a good guy. Cowboy Corner. Come on, man. I need you. I need you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Jay Tuck made a good observation on, they don't have an offensive leader. Before the season started, I said they're going to miss Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore was able to work Saquon in and do what Jalen Hurts does best, and that's manage the game. He did it with Dak Prescott. He did it with Jalen Hurts. He has a Super Bowl there. So I knew that Kellen Moore would be missed more than what people. And so when you look at week one versus now, there's two things that beat us. Jalen Hurts' legs and CeeDee Lamb's drops. Pickens is now molded into this offense, and we got Overshown back to spy who? Jalen Hurts, okay? Yeah. You're going to be able to see Jalen Hurts be contained more, and you're going to see if CeeDee Lamb has the dropsies like he did with that one catch against the Raiders and like he did in week one, we got George flipping Pickens, all right? There's a bunch of differences between week one and now. And Jalen Hurts on the podium talking about, well, we won then and we're winning now. Sir, we're about to give you the L, all right? Period, point blank. It's F-U-C-K, fuck.
Retrofit Sports, my man. Rue, come on with it, bro.
Man, I mean, what else is there to be said? Honestly, dude, these guys rank at the bottom in almost every statistical category as an offense. They're 25th in yards, 24th in yards per play. They're 17th in rush yards and 6th in attempts. That is awful. If you think about the spread on that damn stat, that's terrible. These guys are not functioning as an offense whatsoever. And yeah, it really comes down to that's exactly what they did last time. It was basically just Jalen Hurts running around the entire time, and they made a couple key plays on third down, which everybody and their mother has done that for the first 10 weeks of football.
Yes,
there isn't a third down I haven't seen somebody convert yet against this defense. So it's just one of them spots where this what I saw against the Raiders was either real or it was bullshit, because you should be able to shut down this offense, and especially as mangled as this offensive line is. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they have an under 500 record without Lane Johnson at right tackle. Like, he's that crucial to their offense. If I'm not mistaken, their record without him is not good. The only thing that I hate about this game is that it's gotten so public. Even Stephen A. Smith is picking us to win. This spread opened up at 4.5. It is down to 2.5. That is a lot. That is a lot. And it's that's probably the only thing that I hate, because the public has been eating it all year. It's been horrible. You have to win this game. And honestly, I want to go back to what Jay Tuck said earlier. this is not out of reach yet. I got this next 3 games will tell me everything I need to know about my season. And it all starts with the Eagles. That's must win. It's basically playoffs right now for me. You have to beat the Eagles because it's in division. This is a game that we cannot. You lose this game, I'll toss away this shit. You can take everything I said and throw it away. I'll be sick and I'll be done with the season because it'll be over if we lose this game. That's what this game means for the rest of it. Because after this, it's the Chiefs, and then I've got who are also desperate, and then I've got to go to Detroit. Yep. If I go 2-1 in this 3-game stretch, forget it.
But
it has to be with this game. It all comes down to this game,
right?
Because this has to be that first domino.
Now, Tuck, me and Rue, like I said, we've had a couple shows on the phone about this. All right, I don't want to be the Kool-Aid guy. I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid. I'm like, I see it, but I don't believe it yet. And I don't want to be like so hyped. Okay, we got a chance, and we go out and play the Eagles and look like the old team. I want you, Tuck, to tell me what should I be looking forward to make me want to. Hold on, let me get some.
You sure you want me to answer that, bro?
Yes, I want you. Tuck,
I think Tuck thinks it's done. Because the fact of the matter is, we have like what, a 25% chance as we sit here today to make it to the playoffs.
It's 14, right? So for me,
it's 14. Damn,
it's 14%. I'm one game at a time. I do think, unfortunately, it is too late for this season because not due to our record, but due to who we lost to. Because one NFC opponent in the Cardinals, NFC opponent in the Panthers, NFC opponent in Chicago. So we had a lot of losses in our conference that hurts us off the rip right there. And then the tie versus Green Bay. So in order for us to really make this climb, this playoff push, we have a very small margin for error because we can probably lose one game, and that can possibly be an AFC game like versus Kansas City or maybe the Chargers. But everything else NFC-wise, we have to win those games. Then other dominoes have to start falling, right? Other teams have to start losing games. There are some big games and matchups coming up. But if you look at like the NFC North, like a Chicago, Detroit, Green Bay, if we were to get into a tie with Chicago, we would lose the tie. So it's very minimal, but it's doable. We've done it before. So I'm not saying it can't happen. But for me personally, I just want the Cowboys to focus on what's ahead of them, and that's this Sunday of beating Philly. Don't start getting in cause I saw someone post on Twitter like, okay, if the Giants beat Detroit, and like, I'm not doing all that math equation, right? We need to go out there and just handle business and see where the chips fall. But I hate that we did lose like the Cardinals and even the Panthers. I feel like those were games that really kind of put us in a bad situation because when the schedule first dropped, I kept saying our season don't start till we get back from Vegas. Like I've been saying that, and here we are. But now it's really not our season starts, the playoffs start, because like Rue was saying, we can't afford a lot of mismatches and setbacks. So, but I like the Dallas Cowboys where they currently stand. I'm weird about that. I like when everyone's counting us out. I like the Cowboys with their backs against the wall. That's when they tend to play better. I hate when everyone's singing our praises and like games like this. I'm not concerned. It'll be a game versus, unfortunately, like the Cardinals where I'm freaking out because it's just like we put our guard down. So I think Dallas will be prepared to play versus Philly. This will be a good game, and I'm really looking to compete, right? I want to see who's going to compete, and if there's anyone that shows any signs of quit, even if our season gets ended this offseason, I'm trimming the fat. I want them up out of there. So I'm kind of in evaluation mode, but I'm never a guy's going to say we should quit, fold, or tank. That's just not in my DNA. Go out there and leave it all on the line and let us see how the chips fall.
And see, and that's the whole reason why me and Rue have been having these conversations, because I think it's too little too late myself. Mm-hmm. But I think that first game against the Eagles, the Cowboys won that game. They didn't win it on the scoreboard. To me, we beat ourselves so bad in that game. we had them on the ropes. We just could not get them off the field
Those drops,
on
man.
third down and the rush lanes that Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts beat us that game. It wasn't Saquon. He was scrambling on third down, picking up the third downs, and that's what killed us. And then even though they were doing that, we were still in the game, and Dak was still coming down the field like it was nothing, throwing dimes in the hands. You know, I'm a Dacker. Jay Tucker's a Dacker, so you
Right.
know I will fight anybody, even include Cowboy Corner up there. You know, we still fight. So you know, I think in this game, the Cowboys have a better quarterback, and the Cowboys play so well at home, other than that damn Cardinal game. Anyway, but they play so well at home, and I think they're gonna be very hyped about this game. I'm gonna jump to you, Corner. Corner, what you think?
About what? Just anything, or
No, about what I said. What I said.
you lost me. I'm a Dacker.
Yeah, well, I won the fight. I won.
Yeah, you lost me as I'm a Dacker. Right? Don't say that publicly, all right?
Hey, you were singing his praises just like the rest of us. Don't even
Look,
start with your nonsense right
look,
now. Let's not
give
flip
Dak
flop
the
every other
props.
week now.
I give Dak the props what props do, all right? But before this Raider game, he looked like the old Prescott to me. That's all I'm saying.
What's the old Prescott to you? What is the old Prescott to you?
3 and out, not scoring. Look at his eyes against Denver. The dude, when he's wide-eyed and sweaty, shout out to Uncensored for bringing that up. When he's wide-eyed and sweaty, it's over with. We ain't scoring another damn point. He did it against the Packers in that playoff game. He did it against these Broncos. Hell, I think he even did it against the Cardinals. Wide-eyed and sweaty Dak is a losing Dak. And that's what I'm talking about.
Wide-eyed and sweaty.
Yes.
That
Wide-eyed and sweaty Dak Prescott, you ain't winning. And you look at it at the end of the first quarter. If he's wide-eyed and sweaty, we losing. We losing that game.
You're acting up.
I don't even know what to say, bro.
Because y'all know it's the facts.
Oh,
You
you're acting
gotta
up.
ask yourself, what's the cause and effect for the eyes getting wide?
Booyah.
Okay. So
Oh, in the Denver game, what was
Cardinals-
happening? Our defensive line was getting wrecked by their front, right?
So here's what happened. Cardinals game.
All right, Cardinals
Dude.
game.
Or no, let's go Broncos game first. Broncos
Yeah,
game.
we're gonna
So
run through all these
0
games right
blitz
now.
Look. It was like that Madden play where they got the 3 high safeties up top, but it was the 8 blitz. It was, right? Dak Prescott. Anybody. Omaha, ready, set. And then they'll call the slant because it's not a blitz. It's open every time. Dak Prescott. Back, threw the ball away. Hit the damn slant, Dak. That's it. They're doing an all-out blitz. Wide-eyed and sweaty Dak. Choked again. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the whole point of the blitz, right? To force a
But
quick.
how many
quick throw.
times have we seen quarterbacks call the slant, 1, 2, 3, get the ball out of your hands? Even if they bat it down. You did your job. But you can't tell me that you're satisfied with recognizing the all-out blitz, back, panic, throw the ball away.
I mean, that's the whole design of the blitz.
You're a
though,
tape
you know?
man. You see it on tape.
I mean, the honestly, the Achilles heel for Dak Prescott is the Achilles heel for any NFL quarterback, right? If you can get pressure with 4 and drop 7, that's pretty much the formula. Like that was the Pat Mahomes code. That's what cracked Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Forgot that year, was it 2020 when they lost to Tampa? In that year, right? So if you can get pressure with 4 and disrupt and bracket these wide receivers and keep everything in front, that changes things. So I just think that sometimes I know when Dak is going to get sped up, and it's typically the games where our offensive line is getting killed. If our offensive line can maintain, then Dak is one of the most surgical quarterbacks in the NFL. But if they're getting pressure, just like Josh Allen right now is probably losing. I haven't checked it. Probably losing right now to the damn Texans, because right now the Texans defensive front, D'Amico Ryan, is causing havoc on Josh Allen. So it's like no quarterback likes to be pressured. I mean, that's going to be our winning formula, honestly, Sunday, right? If we can pressure Jalen Hurts and get him this clock sped up, right, that's going to work in our favor. So I don't want to say it's, a consistent thing with Dak. You just see it, and sometimes teams cut the drop. I think Arizona does a phenomenal job having the drop on Dak. The Broncos, I mean, they just own the Cowboys in general. We ain't beat them since the 90s. So some teams just have your number, you know what I'm saying? But let's not act like there hasn't been a lot of games this year that Dak Prescott has carried us. One in particular was that Green Bay game, which was actually a masterclass of the quarterback position. Because he played out of his freaking mind. I just hate that it ended in a tie.
So what the big fella and everybody else forgot to tell you is I've called Dak Prescott the regular season MVP for many years. Before he got an MVP vote, I would call Dak Prescott the regular season MVP. Dak Prescott between September and January 1, that dude is an MVP caliber quarterback. But when he's wide-eyed and sweaty in the playoffs, it ain't good.
There's probably so what games can you say in the playoffs that Dak Prescott has played poorly? Probably two.
Green Bay?
No.
What was it? What did he score in the first touchdown? He scored a touchdown for the Packers before he scored one for us.
Okay, but how many points did we score that game?
What was the time that you scored those points in?
I'm saying how many points did the Dallas Cowboys offense score that game?
No.
They scored late in the second quarter.
Okay.
And then it was garbage time yards after that.
There's no such thing as garbage time when you're fighting for a comeback. Like
did they come back?
I mean, but how do you come back? You gotta score to come back, right?
Now,
did Green Bay bench any of their starters on defense?
They did. Yes.
No, they didn't. No,
then they had to put their starters back out. Yes, they did. They put their starters back out.
How many punts did our Dallas Cowboys defense force that game?
No. You know they pulled their starters and they put them back in.
What starters got pulled out?
The defense and the offense. Yes, they did.
In that Green Bay Packers game.
Yes. Go rewatch it.
No corner. They was rotating them. They didn't totally put them out. They rotated them.
They rotated them for a whole quarter because those starters were out for a whole damn quarter.
It was for a few series, but they just rotated them. I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Matt LaFleur was like, "Go back in the game." Oh yeah.
I don't know if a few series is actually rotation though.
It's not. Yeah, it's not sitting you out, putting them on. They're over there eating sunflower seeds.
The starters, a rotation to me is maybe a series. These guys were out for like 3 or 4 series, and Dak scored, I think, on two of those 4 series. And Matt LaFleur was like, "Oh shit, go back out in the field." 100%. That's what happened.
Who were them? Who were they?
I'll get back to you. Block me on Twitter, and I'll
you're on block. You're on block on Twitter. Well, okay, I'll give you Green Bay. Okay, give me another one.
Now, 2022, that was a team thing. We had too many penalties. Or was it 2021? I think it was 2021. We had way too many penalties.
What game was that?
San Fran.
The 49ers, yes.
The 49ers.
Way too many penalties. That was a team thing. 2022, that was when Tony Pollard went down. And for whatever reason, our game plan was just around Tony Pollard and not Dak and CeeDee Lamb and these guys. And when Tony Pollard went down, we seen wide-eyed, sweaty Dak. And then next thing you know, we going. Next thing you know, we're going Zeke under center, and we're trying to throw a Hail Mary with Zeke under. What the hell was that? But Dak played very poorly in that game. What did he have? Like 2 picks, 2-3 picks, very poorly.
The CD and the one for Michael Gallup. And
then Seattle, I think the win against Seattle, I thought he played well when he flipped in the end zone. We beat up Tampa Bay team. That's how you got.
No, we can't. No. You can't just say we beat up because we never beat Tom Brady. We haven't won a road playoff game since the 90s. That was a game that the Cowboys were the underdogs against Tampa. So how you can't be beat up now since we won it?
Well, they were beat up. Let's call it what it is.
Did they beat us?
They weren't the best version of themselves.
They beat us that same season, week 1. Remember?
Week 1 when they were fresh.
Okay, so they beat us week 1. All right. Okay, they're beat up. All right.
Yeah. What other games did he? I mean, how do you lose, J Tuck, against the youngest team in the NFL? You were 16-0 at AT&T Stadium, and you go out and you play like that. How do you defend that?
Because that team wasn't equipped to beat Green Bay. If people were listening to Jay Tuck when I was explaining that, you wouldn't have been shocked. That Dallas Cowboys team was not equipped to beat that Green Bay Packers team.
They were a 6.5 point favorite going into that game.
But it was a false,
straight up in the playoffs.
It was a false facade, because if you look at that Green Bay team, right, a lot of the things that they did really comes from who, right? Their coach, Matt LaFleur. Okay, who did Matt LaFleur coach under? Y'all remember?
Shanahan.
Okay, and him and Shanahan coached under who?
Was it Daddy Shanahan?
It was Dan Quinn. They were on Dan Quinn's Atlanta team, so they have the drop.
That's right.
So they had the drop on Dan Quinn's defense. So a lot of the things that Kyle Shanahan and the San Francisco 49ers does with all those double motions and triple motions that disrupts us, they were going to do that in Green Bay. I mean, I still have the film session up, right? That Green Bay Packer team played a lot of good teams close, from the real Kansas City Chiefs, the list. So they were in a lot of tight ball games. Where Cowboys fans got tricked is they saw our record, they saw our home record, and believed this facade that, hey, the Dallas Cowboys do not lose at home. That was the whole thing, right? We don't lose at home because of the type of opponents that we were playing against. We was not playing well. We kind of backed into the playoffs. We had that win versus Detroit on Jimmy Johnson Day. We was not playing good. So if you looked at it from a football perspective, that game was a whole lot tighter and a whole lot closer than the odds may have seen or what it may look on the surface. That's what I'm saying. So it wasn't like, oh, we just played Green Bay. And I remember I was trying to have that conversation with people, but people wasn't having it. So yes, maybe they should have won that game, but they wasn't prepared. They lost the game. But you cannot solely just put that on Dakota Rain Prescott, because the offense started clicking. Defense didn't even force a punt. And what happened first was Aaron Jones said it in the pregame that we're going to receive the ball and we're going to what? We're going to run the ball down their throat. And they exactly did that. They broke our spirit defensively.
Well, defense forced a punt on their second drive.
We're not on the first drive. So
the penalty extended the first drive. Then they scored a touchdown. We went 3 and out. We got them to punt. Dak threw the first pick.
Interception. Okay. Boom. All right, cool. But they already scored that first drive. Opening drive.
And then, but your defense did their job the second time. Next thing you know,
we were already down 7-0.
Prescott overthrew that ball, and it was 7-0. And they're already in the red zone.
What was the final score of the game?
I can't remember. That was years ago. I can tell you the sequence, but I can't tell you.
You can tell you the sequence. It was up in the 30s, right? Upper 30s on both sides, right?
Hold on.
So you think that defense can even hold that Packer team who was so young under 30 plus points, right? So you got to put
48 to 32.
48 to 32.
Yes.
And Dak threw 1 pick six
and 1 interception.
That held him to 3 after the interception, didn't they?
No, they went and scored again.
All right, so let's put 14. All right, cool. So 14 of that's on Dak. And the rest of that was on the defense. So they don't get none of the blame.
How many times did your offense go 3 and out, though?
But I'm saying, so the defense
gets a lot of blame because the defense was out on the field. When Tank Lawrence said we were tired, he wasn't lying, because they were on the field damn near the whole first half. I didn't like that he said that, but it was the truth.
I'm just gonna step in real quick, because this Packers game, we can go back and forth on this Packers game for the rest of fucking eternity. The bottom line with this Packers game, the offense played like shit. The defense played like shit.
Right.
I can't put any single blame on any single player when this is a team sport.
Right.
Team sports. Teams got to fucking win the damn game. You're not wrong in what you're saying about these 3 and outs and him in the playoffs in that aspect. But I could never make sense out of him switching to a zone defense against these Packers going into this game when we hadn't played zone all damn year. So when it comes to this game, it was all shit. And let's move on.
Right.
It's
Right. That's what
football.
I'm saying, right?
When-
I don't
when-
understand
when-
the logic of putting a team loss on one player, right? Like
Who gets the team? Who gets credit for the team win?
that's
the
the
team.
team.
The quarterback.
The team
does.
gets
No,
the team gets credit
that's
for the damn
bare
win.
bones football, right? That's what the Eagles fans do, right? If the Eagles go out there and block 2 field goals to win the game, they say, "Oh, Jalen Hurts won." That's elementary school football. Everybody here knows that it's a team sport. It's a team sport. It is. It's the
Eli
ultimate
Manning.
team sport.
Eli Manning went viral 2 years ago on Twitter when he said, "Psych, I beat Tom Brady twice." Eli Manning, a two-time Super Bowl
because it
quarterback,
was
took credit for that
funny.
Super Bowl.
And
That was
do
his
you-
defense.
And do you think that's the case? Or
No,
do
the
you not
defense
think
won
that
that.
the reason why Eli Manning is a Super Bowl champion is because of his defense stepping up?
Defense.
Okay, so it's a team sport.
Same reason he's not a
but
first
the
ballot Hall of
quarterback-
Famer.
I
Same reason
promise
he's not a
you,
first ballot Hall of Famer.
I
Why is he not a
promise
first
you.
ballot Hall of Famer? Because
I
football
promise
people
you.
know that man had more times where he led the league in picks than he led it in touchdowns.
I'll say this and then I'm done. When we win a Super Bowl, and if Dak Prescott is that quarterback, the Dackers, and I put that in quotations, would say Dak finally did it. They wouldn't say the Cowboys finally did it. They would say Dak finally did it. And you can quote me on that if and when it happens.
I'm not saying that people won't say
I
that.
don't
Of
know,
course,
bro.
people will say that. It's just
No,
like when
dog.
Steve Young won a Super Bowl, he got the monkey off his back. But what happened? His teammates came and pulled that monkey off his back, right? At the end of the day, people understand that you have to have a team to win this game. I'm not going to fall into the trap of these Eagles fans that think Jalen Hurts is a top 5, let alone top 10
Right.
quarterback when he's not even probably top 15.
But
Right,
would you
so
say that about Prescott if he won a Super Bowl?
No.
What do you mean? Dak is a good quarterback. I'm not
Oh,
going
what,
to.
you saying? What you saying about Dak?
Yeah.
If he
what?
won a
You
Super
just
Bowl,
said he won a Super Bowl, but he's not top 10 quarterback, right? You just said
Dak
that.
is a top 10 quarterback today.
No, I was talking about Jalen Hurts.
Jalen
But
Hurts,
it's-
just because he won a Super Bowl, does not make him a top 10 quarterback. He's not. Are you telling me he is?
But I'm not. I know what I'm saying was, would you put Dak in that same category if he won a Super Bowl?
Dak is already a top 10 quarterback.
Already a top 10 quarterback.
Like
I gotta go
today.
read back and watch it. I think I missed what I was supposed to say.
So,
My bad. I do that a lot sometimes.
Dak is already a top 10 quarterback right now,
Absolutely.
today, on November 20th, 2025.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's get back to the Eagles. So, I know.
You started it, big fella. You started it.
I did not start it.
I just don't understand it, man. I really just don't understand it. How do we get to this point where
What
we can
point?
call yourself Cowboys fans and can't realize the brilliance of Dak Prescott?
Well, I think you got to separate the two. Dak Prescott's no longer going to be a Dallas Cowboy one of these days. So, and guess what? I'm still going to be a Cowboys fan. Sometimes we got to stop looking at the name on the back of the jersey and realize there's a star above that jersey.
No,
All
I'm
the
talking
time.
about right now.
The
From what
Dallas
we've done,
Cowboys.
are we a better team with or without Dak Prescott on this roster?
With Dak
Rushing
Prescott.
Depends.
No. We don't win
Depends.
without Dak. That's just the bottom line.
Do you want to go through that again? Because when Eagles fans talk stupid to us, they're talking stupid about punching on us because Cooper Rush was our quarterback, right?
What's the difference between Joe Milton starting and Dak Prescott starting if you
I
don't
pray to
win?
God I don't have to see it. I
But
pray
what's
to God
the
I don't have to
difference,
see it.
though? But what's
I
the
pray to
difference?
God I
There's
don't
no
have to
difference.
see it. I pray to God I don't have to see it because I know as long as Dak Prescott is out there, this team has a chance. They're competitive.
And I agree
Absolutely.
with that. But at the same point, though, if we don't win anything with Dak Prescott, it's the same situation with Tony Romo. It's the exact same situation with Tony Romo. We didn't win anything.
But it
So
could be a
what
lot
do you have
worse,
to
though.
gain? Just because you won more games and your draft position changed means that you're okay picking in top 20 every year?
Yes, I'd rather be a competitive team than be the Cleveland Browns.
And I understand that. But what does it get you? 30
You
years,
have-
nothing.
Let me
in
ask
order
you
to
something on
get
that
to where
point,
you're
though.
trying to go to, you have to
And-
win games, don't you?
There's a lot of teams with a lot longer than 30 years and nothing. Just look at the
Right.
Cardinals fan over here. to my left.
I want it to end today. I want it to end
But
today.
it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to build a foundation, and Dak Prescott helped you build that foundation of getting closer to ultimately where you're trying to go versus having Joe Milton.
We haven't sniffed the NFC Championship game, so he hasn't got us any closer that Romo hasn't got us.
But have you gotten closer without? Why didn't Cooper Rush get us there last year then?
Cooper Rush is a
We lost
backup
against
quarterback in
Cincinnati
this
Bengals
league.
because they freaking munked the putt.
Bringing up Cooper Rush doesn't even really make sense. Cooper Rush is a backup quarterback in this league. He's not a
But
starter in this league.
there are people who felt like the
Those
Dallas
people have no
Cowboys-
idea what the hell they were looking at.
Well, I mean,
Those people have no idea. Nobody on a professional level really
You
thought
said,
Cooper
can
Rush
we
was
win
going to be the
without
starter
Dak?
for
I
this
said we
team.
won without Cooper Rush. I would say we won with Cooper Rush. We won games without Dak. With Cooper
Okay,
Rush.
so you
I
think
answered
that
the
we're a
question.
better team without Dak Prescott?
I think you can be a better team if you go draft and develop a guy.
Like who? Like
Whoever-
Shador Sanders?
You're a draft guy. You go develop a guy for 2 years.
I don't have any that I can say that would be equivalent of Dak Prescott.
Where did you have Pat Mahomes at in your draft order?
So Pat Mahomes is gone. There's no Pat Mahomes.
But I'm just saying, you don't know what you don't know. You don't
What do you
know
mean
what
you
you
don't
don't
know?
know. You don't know what you don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
You tell
I mean,
me
if
you
you really-
don't,
if
you
you
don't
really
have
think
that
about
guy, but how do you know you don't have the guy? Because you don't know what you don't know.
So you want to turn to the Cleveland Browns and just churn quarterbacks and hoping to find the next guy.
Why does it have to be the Cleveland Browns?
So you want to go with the mystery
the
box?
Chiefs
over the
got rid
proven.
of Alex Smith and they brought in Pat Mahomes. He sat on the bench 1 year, and now look at him. Why does it always have to be the bad scenario? Why can't it be a good scenario? Because there's been a lot of good scenarios too.
So you're naming
Why
one
does it always
scenario.
revert to the bad scenario?
That's one scenario. Okay, Pat Mahomes. So what if it's Carson Wentz? What if it's a bust?
What if it's Dak Prescott still losing in the playoffs? Like, you have to try. He's a 10-year vet.
So you just want the new car smell, basically.
Exactly. How
Okay, got it.
many years do we have to continue knowing what we know? It's insanity. It's insanity. Dak is the longest quarterback in the league. Every team has turned over a quarterback since Prescott's been in the league, and yet we're still stuck looking at the wide-eyed, sweaty Dak Prescott.
Gotcha. Yeah, I get you. You just want something new then. All right, cool.
All right. Now, Corey did say he was done, but he came back. So are you sure you're done now?
I love a
not
good
sure.
debate. I love a
He's
good
not
debate.
sure. He's not sure.
I mean, because I never really talked to like a Dak hater that can actually explain it. So I think you've done a decent job trying to get it out because people call into my show and they just fumble all over themselves. So at least you're able to kind of talk it through, but it still doesn't make sense to me. But at least it's sounding coherent. You know what I'm saying?
I've been debating this for many years.
Well, we've had this many long argument too with Corner. I'm such a Dak Prescott guy. I don't see what Corner sees at all, if his eyes are wide or if he's sweaty or not. Hell, he playing football, he's supposed to be sweaty. But I think Dak Prescott is an elite quarterback, and I think Dak Prescott will get us where we need to be. All right, now let's get back to the damn Eagles. I know Tuck don't have long. I held them longer than I to do.
My bad.
I held him so long, man. I know he only had a few minutes, but bro, I
got about a few more minutes.
Okay, all right. So real quick, let's talk about some more of the points about the Eagles. I'm more concerned about the Eagles defensive line more than anything in this game because in the first game, Carter got ejected for the spit.
Yeah.
And I was so happy what you said, Tuck, on your live today about, hey man, I ain't gonna forget that dude spit on my quarterback. I need somebody to go out there and handle that, And will the Cowboys offensive line? I'm gonna start with you, Chop. Will the Cowboys offensive line create some holes, man? Protect their quarterback against these hated punk ass Eagles.
Hey, believe it or not, you absolutely right. And it's going to start with our rookie. Don't be surprised. He's been chomping at the bit to play against Jalen Carter. I can tell you that right now. He's an Alabama fan. He's an Alabama alumni. And with those guys in Alabama, and I'm not an Alabama fan, but those guys in Alabama, they have something. They play a certain way. and it doesn't change. He's chomping at the bit to go back at Jalen Carter. I think the whole offensive line is. I think the spirit of the offensive line is on a whole different level right now. I think something's on their mind, and I think they're gonna let everybody know exactly what it is in this game.
All right, Kuiper, what you think?
You know, if I'm gonna say anything, I'm gonna say look at what happened the last time the Cowboys played a Jalen Carter esque defensive lineman. Walter Nolan absolutely ruined your day. Our defensive line is very similar to the Eagles' defensive line in terms of there's a defensive tackle that's extremely powerful and explosive, right? And then you have above average edge defenders that squeeze on that interior pressure. Tyler Smith didn't do good against it. Tyler Booker didn't do good against it. So, I mean, if anything, I'm going to say that maybe Tyler Booker is going to look to have his best game just because he's feeling extra motivated. But I don't know if the Cowboys do have anybody who can really go one-on-one against them. So it's going to be a lot of double teams. And they have Jalen Phillips now. He's a really good edge rusher. Yeah. So if you're going to double team Jalen Carter, he might end up having a good day on you. I don't know. I've seen too many times this season where against a good defensive line, this offense has struggled to protect Dak Prescott.
Tuck, what you think?
Yeah, I think I'm not looking at it from the passing game standpoint, I'm looking at it from the running game, right? If Philly can force us out of the run and make us one-dimensional, that could work in their favor, right? If we have to go out there and pass the ball 40 plus times, because that gives opportunity for them to beat Terrence Steele, and like you say, for Jalen Carter to peel his ears back, Phillips, Brandon Graham, the list goes on and on. Jordan Davis has been playing well as well, whether he's getting to the ball or getting his hands up and batting balls down. So, yeah, I think the defensive front, this game will be run in the trenches, I would say. And I feel like the Dallas Cowboys right now is finally getting it. Like, okay, we got to get more physical in the trenches on the offensive side of the ball and also defensive side of the ball. This is why we drafted Tyler Booker. This is why we drafted Cooper Beebe and took Tyler Guyton, right, and traded for Quentin Williams. I feel like this is the game to actually go out there and win this game. So, yeah, control the defensive front. Dang, Houston beat Buffalo. See, man.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking at that now. All right.
Maybe Josh Allen was wide-eyed and sweaty. You know what I'm saying?
Could have been. He could have been.
So Rue, I'm gonna flip the question to you, Rue. Now, supposedly, the Eagles secondary has improved. Okay, what do you think, man? Can our receivers? Because I think in game one, our receivers did a successful job in their against their secondary. How do you feeling about that matchup, bro?
I mean, it's kind of crazy because it was supposed to be what's his name, Quinion. He was supposed to be Quinion Island, or what do they call him? Like Guantanamo Bay. That he was supposed to be something like that. They tried to give that man an island, and now all of a sudden they're having problems in their secondary. It's really about the front for me. With what we have on the outside, you can't. As good as Cooper DeJean has been, and I really am just messing with him, but it's I've got two elite talents on the outside. I've got Jake Ferguson in the middle. I've got Kevontae Turpin. I'm not worried about weapons versus weapons on the outside. For me, it's can you build the time that Dak Prescott's going to need to be able to get this ball out, because that front does have me nervous, especially when you look at the fact that even the interior is something to question at this point. Like, can they hold up against Jordan Davis? Can they hold up against, why am I blanking out on his name? Jalen Carter. Is it gonna just be a heyday of him getting pressure straight up the gut all day afternoon? And I'm curious to know if it's gonna be some sort of rotation if they don't get it together with BB. And they're going to bring back in Brock Hoffman, because I need somebody to get nasty with him in the middle to make sure that he doesn't that he don't get through and disrupt what we can get from Dak Prescott on the outside, because they can obviously expose the outside with what they have. I mean, with George and CD, you know, it's hard to even think that I'm going to have that issue, but it's ultimately about time, and with I don't know, I the way y'all have it, the way y'all have described it at this point, that's really the only thing that I can think of that's going to be the Achilles heel of the game, and that's what has me that's what has me a bit nervous, just because they are getting more pressure with Phillips. You know, they have that nasty interior. If my O line, if it's just weird to think that I'm going to have a problem with my O line. Honestly, I think that's really what's more baffling than anything, because I just didn't think the O line was going to be in question as much as it has been in these last few weeks.
Mhm.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question real quick, and hopefully we can think about this. When Brevin Spanford is in the game, who do we lose out on when he's in the game?
Who do we lose out on?
Yeah,
You,
when he's in the game in that 13 personnel type package, who do we lose out on?
They're
I
probably
think,
The
taking a
slot
wide
receiver?
receiver off the field.
yeah, you taking a wide receiver off the field, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you would on 13. So that 13, that's three tight
3 tight
ends.
ends, 1 running
Yeah,
back.
yeah, one running back. So you may have one wide receiver. So it'll be Pickens or Lamb on the field. Pickens and Lamb, three tight ends. You're gonna have Spanford,
Yeah.
Scooney, and not Scooney, Schoonmaker,
You know
and
his name.
yes,
I've seen somewhere on the depth chart that Hunter Lemke is now the tight end number 2, though. Is that
Should
did I
be.
read that right? Did I see that right?
That
I,
does make sense.
I
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah, man.
but like look, he had a wonderful game too, man. I'm glad they reminded me of old Moose at the backfield catching.
Calm it down there.
I said he looked like. I didn't say he was. Okay, so I got a question, Tuck. This is just my opinion, man. Since we got our running back Williams, man, I think the play action by Dak Prescott has been brilliant this season. Uh, I think that's one of the keys against the Eagles. So we got to run the ball and play action. Are you liking Dak in this play action? Because right now, I think that's what's getting Pickens in and CD open more than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Dak is at his best when he actually is moving the pocket. So yeah, get the play action involved, but you have to establish the run game first to make those linebackers even want to bite on that run game. So I think that Shoddy needs to really build that identity to run the ball and pick his 2 running backs. I think it's going to be Malik Davis and Javante. So you got to get the ground game going. You can't abandon it. But once you get that pocket moving with Dak, that opens up just the quick, little boot that they like to throw, a little naked boot to Ferg all the time, or sometimes it might be Schoonmaker, unfortunately. So, those easy throws, those easy button throws, and get our wide receivers and tight ends out in space, because you see what George Pickens is able to do out in space. That's not a guy that Quinyon Mitchell wants to tackle, right? The same thing with CeeDee Lamb. He's elusive in space as well. Big yak guy. So get those easy button throws, move the pocket. So yeah, get the play action really evolved. Me personally, I'm just trying to figure out what value that Schoonmaker brings to this team. Why does he continue to get reps? I don't know. It must be something that they see. Must be something that they see. I don't know. Yeah, besides him just being a second round pick, but I really like how they use Hunter Lipke. I feel like we can use Hunter Lipke in the same way that New York uses Cam Scatterbo, right? It's kind of just your hammer guy, your short distance guy. Give him the ball out in space. Corners and safeties aren't going to want to tackle him. So I would like to see his usage go up a lot more. And then also with Ryan Flo, I think he needs to be our wide receiver 3. I'm kind of past the Cavante Turpin wide receiver thing. Congrats, you got your money. You're our kick returning guy, special teams guy, and just have at it. Maybe a few gadget plays here and there.
Now, Tuck, I don't appreciate these shots at my Michigan guys.
I mean, they go guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know.
I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, so go ahead, Corner. Go ahead.
No. The craziest thing is Jay, Tuck, and I have a lot in common when it comes to the perspective of the Dallas Cowboys.
Bullshit.
Brian Pornoy being number 2. I'm done with Cavante. But see, the difference, though, I think is, and I'm done with Cavante Turpin, period. I'm tired of the special teams part. He has 1 touchdown since he's been a Cowboy in 3 years. He really ain't the effective elusiveness guy that we all wanted him to be. It was a lot of overhype to me. I'm just done with Cavante Turpin. period. And the whole knucklehead weed and guns bull crap this offseason,
Right.
that tells me you don't take it serious after signing an extension.
Right.
Okay. All right. So it's been a wonderful show. I was wondering, Tuck, do you have time to pick games with us?
How many? I probably do. Let me just do our game. I got it. It's
Okay.
10:30 here.
All right, go ahead.
Cowboys
give me
win. Cowboys win 31-24 over Philly.
31-24. All right. Well, hey man, we do appreciate you popping in.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Pleasure
Keep
as always.
doing more of those TikTok lives. I love them.
I'm trying, man. Me and TikTok's a work in progress, man. But I appreciate everyone, man. Y'all have a good evening. Let's go Cowboys. Get this win.
All right.
Good, man.
See you, Jake. Good seeing you again.
Later. All right. Yeah, I know it's late, so let's pick some damn games. All right. Appreciate y'all, man, staying up with me, man. I know my schedule has changed and everything. So thank you for everybody to join in, especially Chop is all the way on the East Coast. So it's what almost 7:30, 11:30.
Almost 12.
Almost 12. So yeah, I'm sorry, guys. So let's run through them real quick. The Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Cowboy corner. Who you got?
Let me look here. Oh crap.
13
right here.
and a
Okay.
half point favorite.
You said Jets and Ravens?
Yes,
I have the Ravens.
got the Ravens. Root.
Ravens.
Kuiper, you froze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, he is froze.
Oh yeah, he's done. All right. All right, Chop.
Let me get the Ravens.
I'm gonna take the Ravens. All right, Ravens right there. Okay. Hey, here we go. My wife's stuck in. So hey, say hi, wife.
Well, hello, wifey.
Hold on. Kuiper's coming back in. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get him back. Well, there he is. All right.
You've been froze for 2 minutes.
Yeah, you was froze. So Kuiper, who did you want, brother?
For which game?
Yeah, this one, the Jets.
Oh, Ravens.
Ravens. All right. I'm gonna take the Ravens too. Mike, the Steelers and the Chicago Bears. This may be a pretty good game.
Steelers and Bears. I think I had the Bears winning that bad boy right there.
All right, Rue.
The Bears.
Kuiper.
In Chicago, I guess I'll take the home team.
All right, Chop.
The Bears.
I believe Mason Rudolph is starting that game.
Right. Yeah. And Rodgers hurt.
Give me the Steelers.
He ain't hurt. He's just tired of looking bad.
All right. New England and the Cincinnati Bengals. New England had those fire uniforms on. That's the first time I ever said, damn, I like New England's uniforms.
I like those.
I loved them. Anyway, Cowboy corner.
Patriots.
All right, Rue.
Pats and to cover.
Okay. Kuiper.
Yeah, and the Patriots. Even if Joe Burrow's back.
Okay. Chop.
Bengals.
Give me the Bengals too. All right. The Giants versus the Detroit Lions. All right. Cowboy corner.
Lions.
All right, Rue.
Lions, but I'd take the 10
Don't
and a half.
pick the Giants. Don't do that.
I would take the 10 and a half.
Don't take it.
Lions to win.
All right, Kuiper.
Lions.
Chop.
This is going to be brutal. Lions.
Give me the Lions. All right, Minnesota, Green Bay, that Norris division fight. Cowboy corner.
It's Packers.
All right, Rue.
Packers.
All right, Kuiper.
Yeah, the Packers are gonna beat the second coming of Zach Wilson.
Watch it.
And the second coming of Zach Wilson.
I don't know why I'm getting all this. Guys. All right. Stop.
Packers.
Give me Minnesota. Shit. Anyway, all right. Indianapolis Colts versus the
Watch
Kansas.
him win too. Watch him win. I swear.
All right.
Ooh,
Cowboy
yeah,
corner.
Colts and Chiefs. This is gonna be a good game, but I'm going with Indiana Jones.
All right. Rue.
I think the Chiefs are cooked, man. Give me the Colts, and I love the 3.5. The hook should save you.
Okay. Kai.
Yeah, Case has not beaten a winning team. Any team with a winning record, man. I'm gonna take the Colts.
All right. Chop.
They'll be the winning team that day. Give me KC.
All right. My wife said KC. I'm going with the Colts. All right. You see her with the thumbs up. All right. The hated dragon Seahawks up here in Seattle versus the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, I think everybody's going to pick a certain team. Is anybody going to pick Tennessee? That's all I want to know. Okay, next, let's move on. Jacksonville versus Arizona. Mike.
Mikey.
I said Mike.
Oh. I ain't picking them nasty ass Cardinals. Give me the Jaguars.
You shouldn't.
All right. Rue.
Jags.
Kuiper.
Yeah, give me the Jags.
Damn.
Dude.
All right. Chop.
Hey, I got to pick the Jags now.
Yeah, I have no confidence for the rest of the season.
Oh, damn.
They played their Super Bowl.
All right, well, give me the Jags too. All right, Cleveland Browns versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Mike.
Give me them stank Brown. Shador gets his first win.
All right, you got Shador. All right, Rue.
The Browns are so bad on the road. But I can't pick the Raiders. Give me the Browns.
All right. I already know who Kuiper gonna pick. He picking the Raiders. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll take the Raiders all day on this one. Shador ain't shit.
Shador.
Shador ain't shit.
He's
right.
watch him
You
have
know
a
you
good
wanted to be
game.
a
This
Cardinal.
secondary is so bad, bro. He's gonna have a good game.
You were waiting for him to slip and slip. Come on, Cardinals, pick him.
I was praying to God he would get taken by some bum ass team.
The
And
Cardinals.
he did.
Chop. Who you got?
I got the Browns.
I'm gonna take the Brownies too. ATL with their Jekyll and Hyde ass versus New Orleans Saints. Mike, who you got?
I had the Falcons originally. I just changed it to the Saints at home.
All right, Rue.
So it's Kirk Cousins the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Kirk
with
Cousins
the
is.
Saints.
Oh yeah, Penix got hurt. Give me the
Yeah,
Falcons.
torn ACL, man.
Yeah,
I heard you, Mike.
I'm going with the Saints at home. Saints go
Saints.
marching in.
All right.
Tyler Baugh, his first
Uh,
win, maybe. Is that his first?
Damn. Okay, I'm going back Saints.
Which one, Mike? Damn.
Saints.
Yeah,
Saints.
which one are
This
you
one's-
going?
It's the shit ball, all right?
All right, Kuiper, who you going?
I'm going with the Saints, man. For some reason, every single time Kirk Cousins is a QB, they use Bijan less.
Damn.
I don't know why they hate Bijan, bro. Free Bijan. Trade my
Free.
man Bijan to
Bijan
anybody
don't
else.
even
Like
look
y'all,
good.
why do y'all hate Bijan? Why?
He hates
All right.
himself over there looking
I
like
hate
Ash
the
Jeffy.
Falcons, bro. Like, why are
Not
you
one
doing
no
this
more.
to my dude here?
All right, Chop, who you got?
Give me the Saints at home.
All right. I think they're gonna get the ball to Bijan. Give me them Falcons. But every time I pick them damn Falcons, they lose. All right. This is gonna be a good game. I like this game here, man. Tampa Bay versus the Los Angeles Rams. This is gonna be a good game. Mike, who you got?
It ain't gonna be as good as you think. Give me the Rams by 20.
Wow.
Damn.
Aru.
Give me Baker. Bucks play better on the road. Give me
Okay.
the Bucks.
Hey,
Kuiper.
they will be getting Godwin back to his game. I'm taking bait.
Okay. Chop.
I think the Rams is on the roll, y'all. I hate to say it. Let me get the Rams.
Yeah, I do too, man. That Highland Park kid is showing his ass right now, man. Give me the Rams also.
Back issues my ass.
Yeah. All right. The Prairie Kittens
Having
versus
an MVP year.
the Prairie
Honestly.
Kittens versus those hated punk ass, trick ass San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football. Mike, who you got?
Give me the 49ers.
All right. Rue.
Them gold pickers.
All right. Kuiper, who you got?
I'll go with the Prairie Kittens. Fuck them Niners.
All right. Cop, who you got?
Whiners, whiners, whiners.
All right, I'm going for the Prairie Kittens too. All right. Sunday, 3:25 Dallas, Texas time. It'll be your Dallas Cowboys versus those hated hook ass, trick ass, hoe ass, cheesesteak eating, stanky ass, bell ringing ass, green Kelly green jersey wearing bitch assholes, Philadelphia Eagles. Mike, who you got? My wife said, that was so dramatic. Who you got, Mike?
I'll let emotions get the best of me, and I said the Cowboys ain't winning another game until we play the Giants and the Commanders later on in the year. But let me go back to reality here, and let me tell you this. F-U-C-K, fuck those Eagles. Give me my Dallas Cowboys 40-18.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. Rue, who you got?
At last night, I said, I think it was 27-24 walk-off field goal, but I don't think so. I think it's actually going to be lower than that, and I'm going 23. I'm going 23-19. Something goofy. 23-19 final score. Dallas Cowboys win.
All right, corner. I mean, Kuiper. Sorry.
Yeah, I go again.
No, Kuiper. Kuiper.
I think this game is going to come down to whose offense do I think can score the second touchdown. And you know what? I think it will be the Cowboys. I'm going to go 17-13 Cowboys.
All right.
Trying to jinx us?
No.
A little bit.
All right. Chop. Who you got?
He wants
Well-
some injury, damn it.
Normally, no matter what the circumstances are, this game is normally split. I'm going to pick the Cowboys. Matter of fact, I just found out most likely I'll be there.
Nice.
Hey, dude, congrats.
So I get to witness that. I'm leaving tomorrow. So I'm thinking 32-29 Cowboys.
All right. So I'm glad you said that. So we won't do a pregame this Sunday because I'll be actually in Canada doing the show with the Can fan. So I'm glad you said that. But look,
Take your passport.
I've been there like 5 times. I know what to do, Mike. Thank you. So
Get stuck out there.
I really believe this is going to be a game of destruction. Either we going to get destroyed or we're going to destroy them. And I really believe that the Cowboys are going to put foot in Eagles' ass. I really do. Because the Eagles can't score and the Cowboys score at home. I got the Cowboys 45, Eagles 13. All right. 45. I did say it. 45-13 Cowboys. All right.
Well,
And appreciate everybody that's been hanging in. I know it's late for y'all. It's 8:50 here in Seattle, and it got to be 11:50 in Atlanta, and it's 10:50 in Dallas, and I mean in Austin, and it's 10:50 in Kansas. So appreciate that,
Anything
man.
for the Cowboy Up podcast, all right?
I appreciate that, y'all, man. Hey, Mike, I appreciate you streaming, man. All your folks that join in, your mods, everybody, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the Cowboy Up podcast. Hey, man, follow everybody, man. If you got TikTok, follow Mike on his TikTok, Rue on Retrofit Sports on his TikTok. Chop is the point, man. What's your point on TikTok? I'm still working on Kuiper AZ to get a fucking TikTok. He's the youngest man in the world that don't have a TikTok. I still don't
Worried
understand.
about Chinese. He's worried about Chinese. But he'll go eat the buffet. But he's worried about Chinese.
Oh, and also follow Uncensored Cowboy. He said follow him also.
Yeah, that's my dog right there. That's my dog.
I got you, Uncensored.
Uncensored Cowboy.
We're gonna follow you too, dog. But hey, man, like the big fella always say, Dallas Cowboys for life. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Let me give a big shout out to Second Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE. Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him? You see him?
The loyalist. You got Cowboy Bees in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. I'm excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I see it.
Hey, man. Hey,
Videos, dancing.
Hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. You know, hey, man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah,
Players
man.
fuck up sometimes.
Yeah. In this first day of pads. Say, man, you know, we all played, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Today was but tomorrow tells the truth.
I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but you know, I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. You know, your ass always got to spray and shit and eating wings and
Motherfucker sprinting.
Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mikey. Calm down, Mikey.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
Yeah. You to come out with that Waterburger in and out, right?
I was we kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing that song, but it's like this is Drake, you know, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. You know, don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. You know, if you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.